What's good, everybody? What's good? What's good? What's good? This is going to be a good one for you today. I come up here a lot of time talking about this, that, and the other, and it's always negative and always this. But I gotta say, Tyler Perry hit the ball out of the park with this movie. God, I hope I'm saying it right. 6888. Doing this off the top of my head, right? It was on Netflix. I don't understand why he gets a Netflix deal and a Prime deal. That's kind of confusing to me, but whatever. But nevertheless, I thought it was a great A+ movie, one that I think that obviously every African American movie should African Americans should see this movie, add it to your collection, if you're one of those who buys DVDs or whatever. Um, I certainly plan to do that. I enjoyed it. I think it's one for the history books, one that should know, was something that I didn't know. If you have not watched 6888, make sure you go watch the movie. If you have Netflix and all that kind of stuff, or borrow somebody's password, do what you got to do to see this movie. Again, I'm not a movie reviewer. I made a negative review about a movie that he made about his love stuff. But if Tyler Perry can continue to produce movies that are some type of historical documentaries and all this, uh, uh, then that his niche, and far better than his um, love stuff. But let me just say, I enjoyed it. The dialogue, and I was listening intently. Again, I'm not a professional critic or anything, but good dialogue when you hear it. And a couple of points here and there. I mean, I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but it wasn't quote unquote a perfect movie. But I definitely would give it like a 9.5 out of 10. Absolutely great movie. Absolutely great movie. Man, just to see the fine sisters up there, and I forgot how fine Kerry Washington is, man. But listen, I just thought it was a great movie from beginning to end. The storyline, the writing, man, he got a lot of money for special effects. He's becoming, in my estimation, very good at grabbing people's attention. And I said this even in one of the movies I critiqued that I didn't like. He's becoming much better at grabbing people's attention in that first scene. So really, really great, fantastic movie. The sun's starting to come through. So he really, really just knocked it out the park, to the cast, to the acting. There was no, really poor performances on my estimation. The cast that was in it, and he told the story really, really in a really delicate way, because we could go into a lot of different details as far as the amount of abuse that our sisters, our mothers and grandmothers, and great aunts went through in the time in the 1940s, during World War II. Fighting for the country that they loved that didn't love them back. Fighting for the country that they loved that didn't love them back. And and it really kind of saddens me that we went from that time of to the time we are today. Looking at the solidarity that we had, and the love of country, and all that, and love for each other. After we get to the 1940s, the boys come home, get married, have babies, right? Great, the greatest generation then produces the baby boomers. And then, we get to Generation X, and we just hate each other's guts. It's just crazy. But just a beautiful cast, and everybody in it was just great. I'm probably gonna watch it again, very, very soon. So I really, really enjoyed it, man. Thumbs up to Tyler Perry for doing a great job, from the opening scene to grab people's attention, to the special effects. There was an explosion, and all. Just great. It wasn't Steven Spielberg. What was that movie? About the movie about D-Day with Matt Damon and Tom Hanks. I have to put up there. It wasn't to that level of special effects. You know, people running around with limbs and all that kind of stuff hanging off. But for the type of movie that we're going to get, it was definitely great. And this is not a critique. This is not a criticism. I'm sure if he would have got a bigger budget, he probably would have been able to do more with the special effects. But the writing was good, and he wrote and directed it. Kerry Washington was also one of the producers. They just wanted to tell this story, and I'm glad that they did. I'm glad that they did. It was a great movie. Nothing but love and praise for him for doing it. So if you're thinking about passing on this movie, don't. If you're thinking about passing on this movie, don't pass. Watch it. Sit down with your family. Talk to them about the times that they were in, and all that, and what they did, and this is what saddens me. What they did to make sure that I could sit here and make videos or go to college or do whatever. Man, and I didn't know that. I knew that there were, which I still can't believe that there's a lot of, well, not a lot, but military bases that are named after Confederate generals. I know this has been a big problem, and I'm so glad that they named Fort Lee, or renamed Fort Lee, after a guy named Greg and Adams. Adams being the last name of Charity Adams, who I guess retired as a lieutenant colonel, first black woman, and all that kind of stuff. So I'm not gonna give away the full movie, but you guys gotta go watch the movie, man. So I made a movie. I made a video saying what's wrong with Tyler Perry and all this kind of stuff. So I wanted to come up here and say that this man knocked it out the park. Truly knocked it out the park. Will it win any awards? I don't know. I would certainly. I mean, listen. I'm not. Again, I'm not a critic, but I can't say that the cinematography and all this different type of stuff look good to me. But in comparison to anything else, now that I think about it, what other movie would I compare that to as far as this year? I would probably say the cinematography was great. I mean, it would look like we were really there, from the uniforms to the old style vehicles that they were driving, to even had a plane scene. That was kind of crazy. I mean, was this guy really a pilot? I mean, I don't want to give away the movie, but the protagonist, besides Kerry Washington, her character, there was a young woman they were following around, and her boyfriend, who was white, went to the military and he became a pilot. I mean, I don't think they were just doing that. I don't think they were that desperate, but I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm assuming they did all their homework and all that. So, but anyway, again, I'm not a critic. I can't give a professional, overview and all that kind of stuff. And again, I just do this from the top of my head. But definitely a great movie. Definitely a great movie. And it's Christmas time as I record this, so some people don't like to watch football or basketball on Christmas Day. I definitely think this was a movie that was definitely worth watching on Christmas Day. Matter of fact, I was going to release this. I was going to release this a couple days, but I think I'll try to release it on Christmas Day, just to say, go, tune it up, watch this movie. So, all right, I'm cooking right now, so I gotta go back in the house and finish cooking. Watch this movie, 688. Great job. My hats off to Tyler Perry. Beginning to end, cinematography, writing, directing, all everything else. I can't. Nothing but praise from me. Nothing but praise. And a great story, the one that I didn't know. And we think about the other movie. A lot of us didn't know about what the sisters, who were helping the astronauts, didn't know about that either. So I'm always looking for good history about us and what we've done and the accomplishment that we made, and we should praise anyone, brothers and sisters, when they make these kind of accomplishments and all that. So much love and peace, everyone.